So, hello Jana.
Hello.
You are here in Barcelona. You are from Slovenia.
Yeah, I live in Slovenia. I'm from the States.
Yes, you are from the United States.
Yeah.
And you are here because you are doing a professional course called Temprana Reflex rehabilitation course.
Yes.
It is about stimulation for, we can say, of rehabilitation of handicapped. It could be children or adults.
Adults, yeah.
Yeah, but you also have, like a student, a little bit special or different situation than other students, because you are also a mother of a girl. So my question to you is, I would like you to tell about how is your experience now. It's the second module, the second time you're here in Barcelona to start up using Temprana therapy for your own child.
Yeah. Well, in the period between the two modules, I decided to work on my daughter as my case study, and so part of my task was to teach other family members to also be able to work with her. So as my first students, I enlisted her grandparents, who she spends time with them a lot on the weekends. Sometimes she goes to their house, so I think this is really good if they can also help with this, and it makes good sense while I'm away that there's someone else in the family who can also be doing Temprana on her while I'm away, so that there isn't a 6-day break in her treatment. So otherwise I decided that I would take on her case as my case study and do the daily work on her, but also do the treatments at longer treatments, professional treatments at regular intervals. And I was really surprised when we did the training. I did the training for her grandparents, because it was like some new mood came over our family, and it was really something special and unexpected. And what I saw was that her grandparents were really eager to learn the material, even the grandfather, and they both had their own way to learn it, which was really interesting to see, and they were both very good at it almost immediately. Only the grandmother had experience, because I had worked on her face before, and it was a really nice situation, and I did it very formally. I set it up so that I said, come to my house at this time, and I worked with them on the table so that it would have a little bit more of a structured learning environment.
Yeah, you did actually as we would do as professionals when we are teaching parents. The same situation.
The same situation I tried to recreate, even though they were my family. And I worked on the grandfather, and had the grandmother sitting next to me, and I taught her all the maps and what to do, and then he got off the table and watched, and I got on the table and she worked on me, and then in this way then I could also feel how she was working on my face, if it was the right pressure, if it was the right direction or the right area. And then I had the grandfather work on me as well, and this was a really good setup, and it took just about 3 hours to do this.
Yes.
And then
it was not the full Temprana. It's just
I just did the first facial day, and just so that they would have the beginning material, and then they were really eager also to work on each other. And I have a little long-term strategy, which is that if they can also learn this, they can also help some other family members in our family who have had a stroke and other issues, so that they can also perhaps help them. So I feel like it's such a gift to be able to share this information with them, and to also empower everyone in our family to work and to have a way to participate in this amazing system.
Yes, I could see that it meant a lot to you that you could involve the grandparents.
Yeah.
Yes, now of course I have to tell that I know you as a student for some years, because you also did facial reflex therapy study in Slovenia, and you have also done other additional method. And I remember you when you came first time. I'm quite sure what I'm saying now, your aim was to work with your daughter. Because you have heard that facial reflex therapy was good for brain dysfunctions. And I also know that you have had a little bit of struggling around it, because it's maybe not always so easy to be like a home trainer for your own child, and to be very alone about it. So what I saw now, if I'm not confused, it was that you were like very happy and very moved about it. It was possible to like involve the rest of the family. So you are not so alone about it anymore, am I right?
Yeah, I think that was a really great possibility that this kind of, I don't know if I want to say, if you can say, like, it was a transformation in a way, and it was really unexpected. And you know, because I said, okay, I have to, this is my task, I need to do it for the class, okay? And of course it was thinking in the back of my head, okay, I want to find a way to maybe balance this workload, and it will make sense. But I didn't realize how much it would make sense, and how much it would give. And also the first time when my daughter's grandmother came and worked on her face, and I was sitting next to her and training her, but it was such a nice moment. I have photos I can show you. It's so nice because it was like my daughter just said, okay, sit down. You know, she's now used to me doing this, and she knew what to expect. And then she could even also, we have the color light, and she was really happy to put the color light on her grandma when she had a problem, and she said, tell Loni that I am working on my grandma. And so it's a wonderful way for our family to share in this. And I also work on her father sometimes, and at the moment he's very busy, so he can't take the time to learn, but eventually I think he will also be a good person to help with this.
And I think this is one of the big points, that it is very important that it is not only the mother, especially the children who have to be stimulated every day. And also, for instance, when you are here now studying, that you do not feel, oh, now I'm not doing it. The days I'm away, you are quiet here, you don't have to worry, because you know that grandmother and grandfather are doing.
At least some contact, at least they're maintaining a certain level of stimulation. And I think that's something really so rich and wonderful about Temprana, that it is the training for the whole family, that is not just about a therapist comes and works on the child and the family is there, and here I have this special knowledge and I will do, and you watch and hope for the best. But it's really very inclusive, and this was something like anybody can learn this. Anybody who can pay attention and use their hands and has the will and this feeling, this desire to work with someone in this way can make a difference. And this is what I saw already when I was watching the videos from the Oman project, that it was such a great change in these children in just 8 weeks, because their family members were learning it and they had never done it before, and that really gave me a big confidence also in this system. So,
and you know, we have worked with people around the world inside the jungle in the desert in Oman who do not even know how to read, and even they have learned it.
So I think that's just a phenomenal aspect of it, and I also think that it's really easy to feel alone as parents when you're working with a child who has special needs. It doesn't matter how serious, and everybody's story is different and valid, and everyone struggles with whatever issues they have in that, and to have this way of supporting the whole family, because also now, I told the grandparents that I will help make a small plan for them to do on each other if they wish to.
Because it's very useful for elderly.
Yes.
Always have some smaller or bigger things to struggle with. And maybe also make that a couple like this are getting closer in one another way. Yes. Just as a little final thing, will you tell a little bit about, since you started Temprana Reflex therapy study, you did this specific plan you have learned about for your daughter.
Right.
And it is about 2 months since you were here last time. It means 8-9 weeks. Can you tell about if you can see any change in the situation from you started the course and to now?
Well, first I should say that I had already worked on her before, just with regular facial reflex therapy, but it was a slightly different plan. And what I saw was that when I made the decision that I would use her as my Temprana case study, and that it was really helpful for me to have this structure somehow in order to implement it into home life. It became easier for us to work every day because she also wasn't always liking the touch on her head and things, but somehow with time she is also accepting this more, and I also can work on her hands and I can work on her feet. So at the beginning I went very slowly. I went 20 minutes a day, one day hands, one day feet, one day face, and then I started to work every day.